I'll be back in a second. The beam was mine. Sure.
Today we are in Izium and we are here with soldiers from 241st Brigade, and nice to meet you guys. Could you please introduce yourself? What you've been doing here in Ukraine for the past days?
So I'm GB. I was a French ex-soldier with the 130. I've been doing NGO work at the beginning of the war. I arrived the first days. I quickly started to do medevac and some casevac, and after that I worked a bit as an independent journalist, war reporter. And when my best friend got killed, I decided to finally join, and I was found in 59th Brigade, and I joined the 41 after.
Okay, what about you?
My name is Cognac. I'm from Quebec, Canada. Before this, I was for 4.5 years. I was first 22nd Regiment, Red News, and I firstly joined with Azov, and after a while, I came here to 231st, and yeah, been here so far.
Okay.
Yeah, my name is Artem. I'm Ukrainian, but when war started, I wasn't the military, but I tried to help in a way I could. And I mean, my abilities was to film the war, because in the past I was cinematographer, I was director, I won Sundance Grand Jury Prize 2015. So I know movie stuff. And also I was living in US for a while, and I can speak with foreigners. And from very beginning, I was stuck with the international crew, and for a while we increasing this crew. And I mean, my job is communication between foreigners and commander center. So I manage this group to help guys to provide all necessary stuff they need.
Okay, and as you can see today, there are both of us. Today I'm with my colleague Dmytro. Dmytro, please introduce yourself.
Okay, so I'm a journalist. I'm student of Ukrainian Catholic University, so I'm studying journalism there. And here are the guys taking the interview. Yeah, guys, so could you describe the process of you joining the brigade, joining the military? First of all, of you as a foreigners. So how did you end up here in Ukraine?
So I had a friend who was connected with some Ukrainian units, and he was going in the 59th, and he proposed me to go with him. And so I was based in Liman at first, and to be honest, stuff were not so good in this place with this unit. So I talked with another friend who told me, oh, I know another unit, so they do good stuff, and the commander is good and everything's good. So he connected me with this unit, and I decided to join them.
Great. What about you?
Me, it's gonna be pretty stupid. I saw a lot of Azov commercial on the internet, and I kind of missed the army, and I was like, man, these guys would know what they're doing. So yeah, here I am.
I'm here with this battalion from very beginning. I very like crew there, and our commanders are very good. They care about people, and they given more or less freedom who guys who willing to fight, who willing to support. So, and they given us ability to assemble very strong international team. It's what we're doing right now.
Okay, guys, how your everyday life looks like right now? So what are you doing? What is your typical day?
So it's training. We build. So now we have specialized in FPV. So we do a lot of engineer stuff in FPV. So we build FPV programs, and we train to fly FPV. There's a lot about antennas, electronic warfare. So it's a lot of theory, but also a lot of testing everything, things working. But still, of course, army training, shooting range, PT, all the basic army stuff beside. So yeah, I would say that's random day was.
Yeah, right now it's pretty much a lot of preparation also. So we're getting deployed in a few days. So yeah, checking everything, batteries, PT, checking your weapon, making sure everybody's got everything. Yeah, pretty tedious task, non-stop. So yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, mostly handling this bureaucracy because I mean we have to get ready not only by as a soldiers but also handing out with documents, get ready radios, get ready all this tablet application, and know as much as we can information what area we're gonna fight right now, what enemy looks like. So we just prepared.
You mentioned bureaucracy, and actually, that's what I want to ask. Do you face some difficulties here, like within the brigade?
I don't have any difficulties with battalion, but on a main level with brigade, sometimes it's difficult to get new guys signed in. Why? Because we stuck with unreliable foreigners who did shit to our battalion, and this is why for battalion side they careful to pick up new soldiers. So this is why we are having like months just not signing, but seeing guys, they hanging out with us, they spend time, we see are they reliable or not, and we have some strict rules because as you know foreigners can leave anytime, so this is why we have to be aware that what dates they wanted to leave the unit and what dates they wanted to go out to visit families, and we wanted to invite guys only for long term. It's not making sense if guys coming on a month and we put in inside him. I mean, a lot of time, and then he's leaving. Just having few pictures on the front line, and he's leaving. So this is why now we have a crew who here until war ends.
What's the direction you were involved in? What's those direction? Maybe we'll start with you because it's
I mean,
main.
from very beginning. So I when war started, I sent my family part to Poland, and I came back to Kiev and trying to understand how I can be helpful. And it was in the middle of Irpin battle, and I signed contract in 5 minutes. The only rule was to visit psychologist, and she asked me what difference between lake and river. And after I signed it, I went immediately to Irpin battle. Yeah, so after Irpin, we were in the Kharkiv, defending Kharkiv, then Kharkiv area, then east border, then we went in the Bakhmut, in the Lugansk area. So our last operation was in Kupiansk. So it's pretty much everywhere we was in the last year.
Okay, and which one was the worst from your experience?
I mean, each of those battles was a good and bad. I mean, depends how you seen it. For my experience, the worst one was in Lugansk region, in Makivka, where we lost a lot of soldiers, and Russian pushing us very badly, and trenches was so shitty. I never been in such shitty trenches. Yeah, and you can't do pretty much anything because you are sitting in a trench and you waiting artillery, and you are not seeing enemy. Enemy is somewhere like 300 meters. You can't shoot him, and we don't have enough armor. I mean, speaking about heavy armor, artillery to shoot those guys, and it seems those guys. Russians don't care about death. I mean, they just coming. They just coming like robots, like zombies. In this area, yes.
Yeah,
it was the worst.
That's pretty much it.
You guys mentioned your experience before joining the war. Could you specify what it was, like in detail?
Yeah, I was in mechanized infantry in the 1st Battalion, 22nd Regiment, Bandus, they usually call us. And I'd say it's pretty much nothing applied. Of course, basic riflemanship and movement and hand signals and shit like that. But you can't really prepare for this, and I don't think the West really understands especially the artillery is like that's everything here. It's basically a fucking World War One right now all over again. So yeah, there's of course there's some basic shit that applied here, but not a lot, not a lot.
I wasn't mechanized too, but more specialized in tanks. And I'm actually doing nothing with tanks in Ukraine. I'm doing drones, which is not the same at all. But I was very good in video games, and flying drones, it's like video games. So I started to fly FPV, and I discovered it was very good because, yeah, it's just like video games. And so I think like drones is more my stuff here. Flying, to be honest, is the easiest part because they always say, "Oh, you fly very good," but without a team around, you just fly and lose signal. So
yeah, and the EW2 is something. The electronic warfare is something very prevalent here. So you have to be very aware of this and feel it when you're about to lose your drone and stuff like that. It's very very complicated. It's not like you lift off and you go crash it into a trench or some fucking Russian. You got to be very aware of the signal, the terrain, and there's no GPS, so you got to fucking be able to visually track yourself. So yeah,
And your
very
team
hard.
members.
Yeah, exactly, and the fucking friendly fire too, because everybody's wearing multicam and shit like that. So that's something very prevalent here.
What about you, Artem?
I mean, I'm not. I wasn't in the military at all. I hate guns. I hate the war. My grandfather was a military. My grandfather was a military, fighting for Kiev battle in the Second World War. My father was a military. He was a war pilot, and he said me, "Son, never go to the military. Never, never." But he died in a few months after war started. He had a problem with the heart, and Russians fucking destroyed the hospital, and so we can't save him. And he didn't know that I joined the army because I was lying to him and said, "Okay, I just going around, filming around, just sticking with militaries, but not military." So he didn't know that I'm joining the army. And by almost 2 years of war, I learned a lot. I learned a lot using different weapon systems, not only drones. Yeah, now I can say to myself, yeah, I feel very confident to be here.
What do you like about Ukraine?
Like food, very good food. And I said that as a French, we have good food too, but for the Ukrainian food is very, very good. It's amazing. It's a lot of different food, and thing I liked every time we were going in village or something, people were inviting us and giving us so much food, so much alcohol, drinks, like not everything. Sometime when some village was just getting liberated, like the grandma was taking like a bottle hide and saying like, "Oh, I keep this bottle for months for the day you are coming."
Emergency
Yeah.
moonshine.
And they were like killing all their sheep and pigs and stuff and making like a huge yeah. Like, there was food for fucking a week, and they were like coming and apologize like, "Oh, sorry, I've only that." I was like, "But that's the best the best thing I had in my life." And very good moment with soldiers when we eat and drink. I like music is good too. People are in general more generous. It's in the West it's not that much. For example, if you have a problem with your car and you stop, like we had, people are just stopping by and like, "Oh, I can help you." Like Artem was, guy stopped and say, "Oh, I have a tire somewhere," so Artem went with the guy, and I was alone in the van. And 5 minutes later, another soldier stopped and like, they already took his kit and come to me with his kit like, "Oh, I will help you." And I was like, "No, we already have help." And it's like sometimes even too much help. Yeah, like girls also. Ukraine.
Fuck, stole my point. My first point.
Facts.
Most beautiful girls in the world.
Facts.
Yeah.
Beautiful girls.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. I thought you weren't gonna bring it up, but yeah, the girls are so pretty in here. It's ridiculous, but yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. The food's fucking awesome. It's like good meals, like crazy good meal, good flavor, good the shashlik, and that's so good. And the people are very nice. The generosity of the people is really something that's like insane here. They will help you for anything, and they're gonna go out of their way to help you. And yeah, that's about it. Girl, food, and people.
I would say, as a Ukrainian, I was thinking after Maidan, I got injured in Maidan. I said, "Oh, fuck Ukraine! I have to live in another country." I was traveling a lot. I was living in US, but then I realized, actually, I mean, it's my homeland. I have to return, and now I see it's no point to find a better future somewhere else. Here, it's the best country. It's a freedom country, and I'm here as much as I can. I'm standing here to protect Ukraine, and I'm proud that actually my choice to be with Ukrainians.
Yeah, and also the opposite question: what you don't like about Ukraine?
I would say firstly bureaucracy, because
Okay, pretty fair.
it's sometimes very complicated, and yes, sometimes I had like the problem when all the guys are good, but the commander is very disconnect of the reality. So sometimes bad stuff happen. Guys died just because the commander is not really connected with guys, which is kind of different here. So I like this unit. But yeah, I would say bureaucracy and sometimes bad commands mainly.
Okay, what about you?
Yeah, same thing. Bureaucracy. Like they'll say a week, and a week in Ukraine is a month. And yeah, the punctuality of stuff is very something that's absent. You say let's meet up at this place, and of course they're gonna be late. It's it's not the same as in like Canada or the Canadian military. Like if you're not 5 minutes early, you're late. But that's not like this.
Mhm.
But yeah, the bureaucracy is a big problem. Like that's what pissed me the most off here.
Yeah, I would say the bad thing in Ukraine is fucking Russians.
Oh yeah, we forgot about that one.
Yeah, but on the opposite side, Russians helped us to understand that actually we are Ukrainians. They helped us to assemble Ukraine and to be together to fight for our freedom and
That's the good point.
make our nation strong. So I would say Russians, fucking Russians, but we will solve this problem.
And also, like many countries didn't even know Ukraine was a country before this war. Now everyone in the world know who is Ukraine and how strong they are. So I agree.
Okay, yeah, and here's the main question: what is your current need?
Night vision.
Yeah.
Night vision is a big thing that's hard to get. All movement happens at night because you can't move at the day. So and their night vision are super expensive. So it's something that we really need. We only have like I don't know how much we have, but we don't have
For our
enough.
team, we have half of our
Yeah, half of our team has night vision, and the other one has two.
So
Wear a pirate patch and change it at night.
okay, it's a monocular,
Yeah.
basically. And which the level? It's gonna be like you need fourth level with white phosphorus.
I mean,
The better it is, the better it's going to be for us, of course. But at that point, it's pretty much any night vision would be a lot better.
PVS 14,
yeah,
white phosphor.
PVS 14 white phosphor would be
Or
enough. It would be enough.
31s or the vinyls. That it?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
this one are a lot more expensive.
Yeah.
PVS 14.
But yeah, if we could
Okay.
get
Or 31
finding
if you
guys,
have a lot of money.
Yeah. So guys, look in this interview. If you want to support, if you want to help guys to get the night visions, you're free to support, to help, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
We can say about other need.
yeah,
what we need for
several
drone.
drones too.
Can you
Yeah.
explain?
So we also need everything related to drones. So right now we starting to have a production FPV. We can get FPV, but the main problem is we just can't fly them because of relief. So if there's 2 hills, you just can't fly because you go 30 meters down and you lose signal. So we have a solution for that, or some other unit that work with us do that, and it's working. You just send a big drone with a repeater, so the signal will be good all the way. But for this kind of big drone, like a Matrix 300, it's very expensive. So we have FPVs, we have Mavic 3, we have everything to recon a strike, but we don't have this drone to give us signal.
So it's a like retranslator.
Yeah. So we need big drone to put our antenna to translate signal for longer distance. And right now we're working on the hills, and Russians 2 hills above us. So we need somehow to reach them. If you flying, I would say 100 meters with FPV, it's fine, even 5-7 kilometers. But if you goes down less than 30 meters, you losing signal. You see a fucking tent, but you can't hit it.
Yeah,
This
because
is why we need a retranslator with big drone.
big distance. So how do you deploy that? Like you sending someone just to settle that, or
You have different team. You have one team with the big drone going in the sky, and the other team getting prepared. As soon as the drone starts to go in the sky, FPV start to go too, and you basically synchronize. And after, like, the drone align, so you use your first antenna, use the drone, and you can directly strike.
It's just, it does this. It's pretty, you retranslate it to the bigger drone and it sends it to the other.
So you don't need to care anymore about the relief, like hills, forest. You don't need to care anymore about that, and you can go a lot further.
Because the thing with FPVs is you always have to keep a line of sight with it. So you can't go around a building. You can't, if there's any type of terrain in the way, even trees will block the signal.
You just
So-
don't know very easy.
So by doing this, it always has a connection with the drone.
okay. So yeah, mainly another thing that which is needed is the retranslator for the guys from 241st Brigade. So you also can support and help us to get those stuff for them. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for the interview.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for introducing Ukraine on your social media pages. That's very important that much more people can get more information about the situation here and how everybody can help Ukraine to stay stronger and to save all the world.
Що він сказав?
Well, which side are you on?
На чиїй ти стороні?
Come on now. Oh, which side are you on?
На чиїй ти стороні?
Фільмовий.
Фільмовий.